Sup bro? So, a lot of people have been asking me since my last video, okay, I've written an invalid input number of novels, now how do I tell which one is the good one because I'm stupid and can't tell? This is a very common mistake when it comes to writing. A lot of people will pick one that isn't the perfect novel, and then they'll submit it, and then they'll be called a pile of trash, and then they'll go run off and live in the Arctic inside an igloo with a penguin. Do you want to live inside the Arctic with an igloo and a penguin? I thought not. So today I'm going to tell you how you identify which novel's the right one. So I have one of my own novels pulled up on this computer, and with it I'm going to demonstrate to you how you can write the perfect novel. Now a lot of you may be thinking, hey, wait a minute, that computer is different than the one you showed in last episode, which you would be right. I actually own two computers because I'm a rich member of the bourgeoisie who wants all poor people to die. So, with that being said, let's look at some tips. First, you want to look at that opening sentence. For instance, in this novel, the opening sentence is, "Our story opens in the charming vista of Hoboken, New Jersey." That's garbage, and so is whoever wrote it. So what you're going to want to do is instead look at the Handy Guide to Writers, otherwise known as Once Upon a Prom Part 1 Dream. Now this is of course the greatest novel ever written, and everyone knows it. If you don't know it, you're not everyone. You're in fact no one. And as no one, why are you watching this? You can't be giving me views. You're no one. Get out of here. So what you're going to want to do is look at the opening sentence of Once Upon a Prom Part 1 Dream. It is of course those immortal words that all students are required to memorize. Now this is the mother of all prom dresses, 17-year-old Jordan Taylor declared in the Nordstrom dressing salon at the mall. Simply reading those words always gives me chills, and if your novel doesn't begin with the sentence, "Now this is the mother of all prom dresses, 17-year-old Jordan Taylor declared in the Nordstrom dressing salon at the mall," then you're doing something extremely wrong. Writing garbage, a very, very common mistake. I don't have to stress how very common it is. It is in fact so very, it could in fact be Carrie. So what you're going to want to do is change whatever garbage you have written on the page. For instance, "Our story opens in the charming vista of Hoboken, New Jersey." Delete that garbage and instead write, "Now this is the mother of all prom dresses," etc., etc., etc. Once you've done that, you're well on your way to finding which of your novels is perfect. Now look through the invalid input number of novels you wrote, and eventually you'll find one that begins, "Now this is the mother of all prom dresses." Now you'll actually find quite a few that begin this way, because you again have an invalid input number of novels, which means you have a lot in very layman terms. So what you're going to want to do is instead find the ones that has the next sentence, "She swept aside the pink velvet curtain of her changing stall and emerged wearing a hideous Carmen-esque red satin cocktail number, complete with flouncing purple petticoat and matching fake flower for the hair." This will again narrow down your choices tremendously from those first couple 100,000 million infinite number you found that began with that first sentence. So just keep doing this, comparing each sentence in Once Upon a Prom Part 1 Dream with your own novel until you find the one that matches word for word, until we of course get to the conclusion, "I know what I want to be," Jordan thought. "I'm sure," she said. "And what harm could one little secret do?" Bam! You find one that starts off with Once Upon a Prom, ends with Once Upon a Prom, and you're done. You have found the perfect novel from the invalid input number you were searching for. Now you send that boy off to the publisher, or girl as the case may in fact be. Of course this could also be undefined. I don't know, all of these, you know, I don't know. So just send it off, whatever it is, who cares? And then soon you'll have your very own Once Upon a Prom Part 1 Dream sitting on the shelves next to all the other Once Upon a Prom Part 1 Dreams, because as we all know, it's the only novel that's ever been published because it's the best novel, and anything less than the best is failure. And you don't want a failure of a novel, even if you are a failure of a person. Which is exactly what I was told last night by no less an authority than Charles II. Yeah, you heard me. But once you do that, you have your very own novel published and all of that stuff. You've now become a successful author and can use your fame to get lots of things like wealth, money, moolah, dough, De Niro, even Robert De Niro. I don't know, you do your own thing. Me personally, I like to use all of that money I get to make a chair out of it and then light it on fire. But hey, you do you. I'm not here to judge what you do with your money. Just follow these instructions exactly. Otherwise, there will be very bad things that happen to you and those you love. If you even think about not following these instructions. So, we're all done here. I hope you guys have learned a lot, and if not, you're stupid. Bye!